So you want to buy a house. First of all, obviously, you have to find one. So in order to do that, you have to choose what you want. Where do you start? What kind of building do you want to inhabit for your home? Like a house, or a bungalow, or a flat, or like a cave-like lair perched on a cliff? You gotta pick. Secondly, of course, is whereabouts do you want the home to be? Because, I mean, you probably don't want to pick somewhere so far away from your place of work that you have to pilot a small jet in order to get there every day. The cost of that is probably going to add up after a while. But also, you know, you might want to consider, do you want to live near your family, or very far away from your family, or near a pub? What are your priorities? Once you've chosen an area that you want to live in, you can sort of hone in on that on property websites and be like, this one please, this area for me, and then it'll give you little alerts whenever there's a property within your price range ready in that area.
House, please.
You can also do this with estate agents in the local area of whatever area you've selected, and they will do the same thing. They'll just give you a little wave, probably not a wave, probably a phone call or an email. You've got to be careful and consider what's really important to you and what would just be nice to have. You might want a garage or an office, but they're not the most important things in the world. Equally, some people might find it more important to have like a rooftop hot tub than a kitchen. Everyone's different, and that's okay. Doing this mentally before you start looking at houses properly allows you to narrow down your search so you don't end up just like viewing every house that everywhere has to offer, and you can actually be logical about your choices. When you do eventually go to property viewings, it's usually good to maybe take someone with you, because you might get overexcited. Don't do that. Have some backup.
Oh man, Ollie, I love it.
But it's also a hospital on weekends.
Make sure you do a lot of property viewings and see as many as you can, because that way you'll get a much better understanding of what is a fair price for the kind of thing that you want. Also, if you do like a property, it's usually a good idea to do multiple viewings at like different times of the day, because there might be a small society of nudists that meet on the other side of the road every Wednesday at 6. That might be valuable information to have. When you're looking at a house though, there are a couple of things that you might want to consider, like why are they selling it? Why? If the house is so good, why don't they just live in it forever? For example, if it's like a family that's moving abroad in 6 weeks' time, you might be able to get a better deal for the house because they don't really have time to play around with it. Related, has the seller found their new home yet? Because then you'll get a better idea of how long you're going to have to wait if you do choose this house to move in. How long has the house been on the market so far? Is it a long time? If so, why hasn't it been sold yet? Is it because the attic is occupied by a small society of nudist ghosts who meet up every Wednesday at 6? You don't know. It might also be worth knowing whether or not other people have already tried to make an offer on the property or not. Because you're a first-time buyer, you are a precious little snowflake to them. The fact that you don't have to wait to sell your house before you can move in might make you more attractive to them. Ask questions. What's actually included in the house that you're buying? Because sometimes people can't be bothered to take certain furniture with them, like the wardrobe at the back, you know, it's attached to Narnia, that's going to be a lot of effort. Other times, they'll take everything with them and you'll arrive at the house to just a tumbleweed, ready for all of your lovely things to go in. If you do hone in on a house that you really like, it might be worth to kind of speak to the neighbours a bit to find out what sort of people they are, because you might end up finding out that they're not really the kind of people that you'd want to live next to. Once you've selected the home that you would like to live in, you can put an offer in with the estate agent, and if they accept that, it's time to start looking at getting a mortgage. It can seem like quite a confusing process at first, but not to worry, we've got lots of stuff to help you out. Good.